It's not easy. Looking like this takes time and effort. I have to shave this head every day. Oh, I'm not worried about having a bad hair day. I'm not worried about lank hair, greasy hair, flyaway hair, split ends, dandruff. But if I don't shave this head every day, it turns into a giant Velcro pad. Anything, everything sticks to this head. I have to rip my head from the pillow. My wife bought brand new bright blue fluffy towels. I have the matching bright blue fluffy head. I have gone to work with a sock stuck to the back of my head. I didn't know it was there. Wasn't one of my socks. And then a friend asked me to cat sit. She just got a brand new black and white fluffy little kitten. It was adorable. It could sit on the palm of my hand. And as I sat in the armchair, it played round my feet. It climbed onto my lap, onto the arm of the chair, onto my shoulder. Disaster! The gravitational pull of this head was too much. It sucked the kitten in, sticking it to the side of my head. Well, I tried pulling and tugging and twisting, but half an hour later, Kitty was still stuck fast and had gone into shock. One thing left to do: cut the kitten free. I found some scissors. I stood in front of the mirror. I gently cradled Kitty in one hand, and taking great care to turn neither of us into Van Gogh, I cut away. 5 very careful minutes later, the job was done. Kitty was free. But now Kitty looked lopsided, with all the fur missing on one side. Yeah, so I trimmed the other side to match. Have you ever seen a punk kitten with a Mohican right down its back? But I had the worst problem. I now had a patch of black and white kitten fur stuck firmly to the side of my head. I tried brushing it off, washing it off, picking it off, but it wouldn't budge. I tried the traditional method, strips of sellotape. But still the fur wouldn't budge. I needed something stronger. I searched the house, and in a toolbox I found a roll of gaffer tape. That'll do it, I thought. With hindsight, I went back to the mirror. I ripped off a piece of gaffer tape. I put it over the black and white kitten fur. I thought, this might sting a bit. The quicker you do it, the better. I girded my loins, I gritted my teeth. When I finished rolling on the ground, screaming, crying, when my tears eventually dried, I could see in front of me the piece of gaffer tape, with a big pink piece of my flesh still attached. I crawled across the floor. I climbed up the wall. I looked in the mirror. I fainted. There's a huge red raw wound here. And when Kitty's owner came home, that's where she found me, slumped on the floor. But who do you think got all the sympathy? Oh, my poor little kitty Witten, what has he done to you? The kitten liked its new haircut. It was poked and ringed to Sex Pistols. I was unceremoniously pushed out of the door. I drove myself to A&E. I explained to the A&E receptionist what had happened. I showed her my wound. I was taken to a cubicle. 2 nurses came in. They asked me to repeat my story. So I did. They went away. They came back. Mob-handed. 2 more nurses and a couple of doctors. And again he asked me to tell them my story. And it suddenly occurred to me, I was the late shift, late night entertainment. Well, they were very good, if not very sympathetic. Between their laughter, they patched me up, they bandaged my head, and they sent me home. But it wasn't until I got home and looked in the mirror that I realised, very neatly in my bandaged head, someone had made 2 cat ears. Strange thing is, I've never been asked back to cat sit ever again.